tell about where you live.
We lived right the third house off of Eastern on Greenwood.
And you described the house. You said it had 4 rooms, a living room, 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, and that your dad was a cook.
He was a porter, I guess, at the Tulsa Hotel.
Oh, he was a porter at the Hotel Tulsa. And your mother was a housewife, looked after your children. And you said that you had been on vacation in Tallahassee and had just returned to Tulsa June 1st.
My mother had all Sirius down to Tallahassee, to our grandmother. We'd been there a week. We went every year, all the time, you know.
Uh-huh.
And we just got here, and the Katy train got to Tulsa about noon. And we just coming home, and of course, glad to get home. We was running on that plane. And the route started, I guess, about 1 or 2 o'clock that day, and my daddy was at work. My mother ran to the door and told us to come home, you know, and we went across the street home. And my daddy got home, I guess, about that evening, because after that car came down and went back up to the main part of Greenwood, because that church is still on the corner down there.
Mm-hmm. Mount Zion.
No, Methodist.
Oh, Vernon.
Yeah.
Vernon A&E.
And my daddy came from that evening, and we was all home, and they still had started, you know, to fight and nothing. And I guess about dark or something, 7, 8 o'clock, my uncle lived in the South End. He was a best. And he came through, and just a lot of, you know, gang up, like walking, coming from the South End. And he tried to get my daddy to get up and go with him, walk with him, because it's just a street foot, and Mr. Thomas them lived next door there and they left with us, and we didn't leave until the next morning. We cried and begged my daddy, and he said he wasn't gonna leave because he had to work too hard for, you know, that stuff, and he wasn't gonna walk on leave, but we cried and begged, and because we left the next morning. And the bullets was, let me see, I had a sister older than me, and I had 2 brothers. One was a baby and one was pretty good size. And we went walking, you know where the streetcar goes. Go out in Greenwood, and it went down. Cherry's house was sitting over on the yard, over on the hill, but the streetcar track went down anyway. We walked on down there, we come out here in the addition. And the addition, at that time, wasn't built up like it is now. This was an addition. Mm-hmm. It wasn't built up like it is now, because it was like you building a mohawk, you know how the house gather right. So we came out here, and that evening, on our way out there walking that morning, we didn't know where we was going. Just a gang of people, it just wasn't us. Mm-hmm. And we walked out here, and we was starting bullets. We could hear bullets. My daddy would grab one of us, you know, and drink us this way, that way up. And we came out here and up at these houses out here, because they hadn't got this far. And they brought the soldiers in from Fort Sill and Muskogee, right? And they were laying down on their stomach in these different places out here, you know, and they was trucks was picking us up, carrying us to the airport for safety.
But didn't you hide, and tell me about hiding in the coal pits. What about you?
Well, that was, we came out here, and when we seen the soldiers, we thought we didn't hide, because it wasn't hide. You ever been out here at Jinx where the coal pits was? It's just big holes, you know, where they dug out, you know, all of this is filled in.
And you all hid in those?
Well, you couldn't hide, because all the people, and a ditch, all anybody had to do is shoot down on your
Oh,
head.
but you still felt a little safer getting down
Well,
there.
yeah, the grown people too. We followed our mom.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody was scared, you know, and people shooting going on. And as we saw those soldiers, we didn't know what those soldiers was to protect us or kill us.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, they had to land us out of the coal pits out there with ropes.
Oh.
See,
So you went down and then had to get out with ropes.
yeah, it was a big place, and you know, you either had to find a place. You never lived in the country, I couldn't tell you anyway. But you know, you had to find a place where you could step, you know, up a hill, and they had to land us out because I don't know what they dug about it. It was just, all of this was just dug out, and it might not have been no deeper than a tree. But it was dug out, it was what's called coal pit.
Oh. And tell me again about the car that warned you. Were those black people you said that was a car came in just loaded down?
Those was colored men.
Colored men, and they were warning you all that that there was danger and.
No. It started down on Greenwood somewhere at the hotel.
Okay.
See, and there was some colored men down there, and they had forward, and they grabbed the gun, and everybody get the gun, you know, and get on there.
They were just hanging onto that car.
They was inside the car
and
had the gun stuck
Okay.
out,
Okay.
and that old car was so low it was scooting, you know.
Oh yeah. And so that was at the beginning of the ride.
And
you were playing jacks at that time. That's
across
what you
the
were,
street,
You were
playing jacks.
playing jacks.
yeah.
I've heard from a lot of the children they didn't understand the seriousness of it, and they didn't want to come in from their playing. And the fathers and mothers knew this was dangerous. And,
Well, my mother got us in the house.
oh, she said get in.
But we
here.
didn't know, I don't think she knew anything about a route, because I don't know, you know.
But she just wanted you all in the house.
Well, yeah, because the men had the guns
Man
and
was,
going up and down the street. But you know, I never, after that car went through, I don't remember. And another car come through the next day when we was leaving from down there. While we could hear guns and they was shooting on the bullets past them, and they started burning up. And we got over the hill, you could see them burning up, you know, the place and
oh,
burning up.
you could actually see the
fire
burning.
there.
Yes. And that must have been really scary having bullets dropping around.
Well, we was crying, you know, our kids.
Yes.
And they had trucks and things and cars and carried us out to the background.
Okay.
And the Red Cross and things, I don't know how they did it, but you know, they get carts and things, give us all the carts, and they had food on them wagons, you know.
And you felt safe when you saw the Red Cross and all?
Yeah, we were safe, they had it guarded around.
Good,
They had it was just like an open field, you know, they had cars around, but it was like a shed, and we slept under it, we all had cots. They give us all the cots to sleep on.
Okay.
I guess little children, I made 2 of them could sleep on the top. And my daddy worked for somebody over there by the Catholic Church on 10th Street. And after we was there about 2 days or 3, they got kind of quiet, I don't remember how many, but it wasn't long. Well, the white people, I guess somehow they called, you know, come and ask for people that work for them, they call their names. And so the people my daddy worked for, they called us and carried us over there by the Catholic Church over there. They had a big house and we stayed in the basement until the Red Cross or somebody put tents out here, and they built the tents, a great big room, you know, and a stick up in the middle of it, the whole tent up, and they just had it halfway, you know. Wood, they built the floor and everything halfway, you know, it was a tent.
So you lived in that tent through the winter then, did you?
I don't we lived in that tent until they finally came back after they got things quiet, you know, months after, and made the clothes, made a house, you know, put a top on.
Well, thank you so much. This has been very helpful. A child's eye view of